Hello, everyone. This is ICO Talk. My name's Anastasia, and today my guest is the CEO of ClinicAll, Hermann Kamp. Hello, Hermann. Thank you for joining us today.
Good evening, and a good regards to Chicago, one of my favorite towns.
Well, thank you. Well, first of all, let's start with you telling a bit about your project. So, what your project is about and whom it is made for?
The project is made for everybody around the world who is looking out for any kind of healthcare-related services, and we want to cross borders with that.
Oh, and what is the role of blockchain in your project?
The interesting thing of blockchain for our project is that we are able to cross borders and that we are able to, that we can get ahead of, for example, fiat currencies. We want to make it able that people can use any kind of healthcare related services from everywhere to everywhere around the world, and getting whatever kind of support they need.
Oh, that sounds impressive. And is it your first ICO that you're working on, your first blockchain project?
It is our first ICO. It is our first blockchain project. And we did that on a special purpose because we want to deploy on blockchain more, but we have to start up somewhere. And it was my idea to say that we do something we can deliver to everybody.
All right. And let's get familiar with your team. Tell us a few words about people you're working with.
Oh, the people we're working with, I got my team for years. And in every specific technical department, we have specialists like developers, technical specialists, because we're doing our business for about 10 years, our traditional business. So everything we have somebody in place.
All right. And do you use any third-party companies like for solving legal issues or developing marketing strategy, for instance?
Yeah, we do so. We have for everything which we can, which I can not really serve myself. We always use professional companies. Doesn't matter if we talk about developing, if we talk about legal things, if we talk about marketing things. We try to do everything as professional as possible, as we did the last 10 years.
Wow. Well, all right. And could you tell me, do you have any competitors on the market, and what would be your advantages over the competitors?
We got competitors on the market more or less around the globe. There's always companies who are doing the same what we did like 6, 7, 8 years ago, delivering kind of entertainment software on the patient's bedside in hospitals. So far, we are the only ones who changed to go direction digitalization. And we're really pushing it since 2012, since we've been partnering with Microsoft. And we started our programming the software on Windows 8, now Windows 10.
Wow, wonderful. And let's talk about soft cap and hard cap. So how much money do you want to raise? And why is this particular amount of money?
The soft cap is $10 million. The hard cap is $100 million, which I know it's a huge gap, but we are with our software already in 10 countries around the world. So if we reach at least the soft cap of $10 million, I believe we are certainly able to set up the health community and have it growing, at least in the countries where we have been already. If we reach our hard cap of 100 million, which I know is a lot, but then we can start it right away worldwide. And because it's a healthcare community, and because my belief and my thought is everybody should be able to participate, I set it to hard cap that way.
So basically, you want to invest customers from all over the world and investors from all over the world, correct?
Yes.
Wow. And do you think there are any risk factors that can lead to a failure of the project, or what can be like obstacle to the success of the project, if there's any?
So far, I believe the big obstacle we have is that we do not reach the soft cap, because if we do not reach the soft cap, I'm not really sure if we can start the progress. and the community. I believe as soon as we have that done, we can build it up. I'm not really, no other obstacles.
Right, but just in case, have you analyzed the negative scenario? What happens if the project's not implemented or if you don't reach the hard cap? So how would be the rights of investors protected?
Well, if we do not reach our soft cap, we will pay back all the investors coming so far, because then we maybe do not start it. So then we pay back everybody. If we reach our soft cap, we will extend the business and start up the health community, at least in the areas, which is 10 countries by now, where we delivered our software already. And from there, we can build up and we can promise that we can do it. And ClinicAll, of course, from himself, is pushing the project anyway. So I don't see any misfault in that one, but I can approve to the investor, if we do not reach the soft cap, that everybody gets paid back, and it was a great idea.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. And could you tell me, what problems does your project solve, ClinicAll?
The project solves mostly that everybody is getting entrance to any kind of healthcare related services around the globe. And there's a lot of services you can deliver without taking care of the government or taking care of your insurance. That's something I believe right now it's not possible, because maybe a German or a US or whatever deliverer of services will not maybe communicate with somebody from China, because they have fiat problems, currency problems, cross-border problems. That's the problem we solve. Everybody can get his private own advice, taking out services like we do it all over the world, and everybody can solve his problems there.
All right, so you want to eliminate the third party, right?
Yes, that's what we think it's time for in the healthcare business.
Wow, that really does sound amazing to me. And could you tell us, what's your personal opinion as on ICO market as a whole, the prospects of growth, the future of ICO market?
On ICOs, what the ICO growing is?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe it's a great story. I know there is some problems in the past, but that problems we had in 2000 on the crisis, we had in 2008 on the crisis. I believe the first crisis we had in the United States, 1929. So every new project in the world is always having some hurdles. At the end of the day, I believe that because of the usage you can have, for example, with utility tokens, ICOs will grow. They will grow more as long as trust coming in the market again. And maybe one day it can beat IPOs.
Right. And could you also tell us a little bit more about your token? What can you do with it except exchange?
So far, what you can do with the token, what we're looking up to is that you can pay for the services you can receive all over the world with the partners we're bringing in the business. And that's what it's about. I mean, if you are able to get any kind of healthcare related services all over the globe, and you can get more information or whatever you need, even if you're traveling, while you're traveling, you get all those services. That's what the token is for. It's a never-ending story. That's the reason the hard cap is that high, because if you once said, the token doesn't expire. It may be changing the owner. If I pay you 50 tokens, you own the 50 tokens, but you can use them as well. You rather sell them because you want to be a sellers, or you rather say, okay, I'll keep them because I may need something from the community or the partners of the community one day. So that's what the token is for. That's what I like to have the token for. That's why that's why I set it up that it doesn't expire.
Yeah, I would definitely want to use it instead of exchanging. Right. And to sum up the whole thing, could you tell me why I personally should invest in your ICO, in 1 or 2 sentences?
Well, I believe that it is a very good idea to take care of the healthcare services around the world. And healthcare, by the way, is the most important thing we have. I mean, on daily basis, nobody is thinking about that. On daily basis, as soon as we feel comfortable and our loved ones feel comfortable, nobody is thinking about healthcare. As soon as something is popping up, everybody gets nervous. And as soon as you get nervous, you're looking out for any kind of support, understanding, consultancy, help you need to have. And that's very important for me. So I think it's one of the very, very most important things that people are then able to say, okay, I need some support, I need some help, where can I find it?
All right. Well, that sounds really amazing and inspiring. I wish you the best of luck with your project.
Thank you very much.
And to remind you guys, today my guest was Hermann Kamp, the CEO of ClinicAll. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, comment if you have anything to say, and thank you for watching so much. Bye-bye.